Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, especially about the 2023 presidential election held in Nigeria, which the outcome is being challenged in the courts. And as far as many Nigerians are concerned, the winner of that election will not be known until after the Supreme Court rule. But for now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the winner of the election, as announced by INEC. But Nigerians are waiting for the Supreme Court to actually tell them who actually won the election. Now, one of the grounds in which they are challenging the election of Tinubu is that of falsification of certificate, allegation of forgery of certificate, which is one of the grounds they are seeking his disqualification at the election. And it is what we are going to look at right now in this video to find out some of these grounds that they are seeking his disqualification, which means if he is disqualified, it means that APC is out of the race in the election, and the APC will therefore not have been deemed to have participated in the election. That would have avoided all the votes that Bola Ahmed Tinubu garnered. And now, recall that the All Progressive Congress, in its final address to the Presidential Election Petition Court, had claimed that on the allegation of falsification of Chicago State University certificate, the party said that by the provisions of the Constitution of Nigeria, Tinubu, having been educated to secondary school level, is eminently qualified to have participated in the election. Okay, that he is eminently qualified to contest the February 25 presidential election and occupy the office of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. According to the APC, in that submission, he said that the issue of presenting a false certificate would only become an issue if it was presented to make the candidate scale the hurdle of educational qualification that he otherwise did not have in possession. So what they are saying is that his certificate, his university certificate, is same material in the quest for the presidency, that as long as he attended secondary school, that is enough for him to become the president of Nigeria. But we are also going to see evidence to show that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu claimed that he never attended primary and secondary school. So that now is a question that we're going to address as we go further in this. But the APC, in their final submission, said that the bone of contention in the petitioner's allegation that the Chicago State University certificate so presented was forged, as there are some features such as date of birth, name, gender, and state of origin on the face of the document, showing that same does not belong to Tinubu, thereby making the provisions of Section 137J of the Constitution relevant in the consideration of the issue. And the APC, in that their final submission, said that for whatever the documents are what, we submit that same do not establish that the certificate presented to the first respondent, that's INEC, by the second respondent, Tinubu, in aid of his qualification to contest the said election, were actually forged. Petitioners failed to produce the genuine certificate from which the alleged false certification was made. Here they are arguing that you are saying that Tinubu forged his certificate. Show us the original from which he forged the certificate. This is an unprecedented audacity for them to say this, because you are accusing Tinubu of having a forged certificate. Okay, now they say you must produce the original, the one that is not forged, so that we can use it to compare the forged. But if that is the case, then there will be no need to allege that anybody forged certificate, because the reason forged certificate exists is because the authentic one does not exist, especially in issues of certificate. And record that in June 2022, Bola Ahmed Tinubu told the Independent National Electoral Commission, you will see the story on it on this screen. You are seeing it on the screen that you are watching. Tinubu had told the Independent National Electoral Commission that he did not attend primary, secondary schools, and that his university certificate was stolen by unknown soldiers. The electoral body mandates candidates to submit their personal credentials that will be published for public scrutiny ahead of elections. That was when this story came out in June 2022. The former Lagos governor, however, claimed that he had 2 degrees from 2 American universities, which he further stated had been stolen by unknown soldiers during the military junta of the 1990s. This disclosure came in an affidavit submitted by Tinubu to the Electoral Office as part of his eligibility filings for the 2023 presidential election. The document released then showed Tinubu left the column. He left the column up for his primary and secondary school education unmarked. He left it unmarked because he is supposed to fill in his primary and secondary school certificates if he had any. He left it unmarked. But he said that he obtained he obtained a degree in business and administration in 1979, apparently referring to his previous claim of attending the Chicago State University. Now, Tinubu's claim in 2022, ahead of the 2023 election, seemed to contradict his previous election submission, especially in 1999 and 2003, when he ran for the office as a governorship candidate in Lagos State. He claimed then, at both times, that is 1999 and 2003, that he attended primary and secondary schools. He said he attended St. Paul's Children's Home School, Ibadan, between 1958 to 1964, while his secondary education was at Government College, Ibadan, between 1985 to 1986. Since he claimed now that he did not attend primary and secondary school, it is therefore fair to judge him based on his university education. Because right now in 2003, ahead of 2023 election, he said that he only attended university since he left the primary and secondary column open, unfilled. Now, the petitioners are alleging that his university certificate was forged. It means that Tinubu's qualification for the election should be judged based on his university certificate. But his lawyer said that they should forget about the university certificate allegations forgery. Rather, that the man attended secondary school, which is minimum requirement to be president. But the man, in 2022, when he was filling his eligibility form, which he submitted to INEC, claimed that he never attended primary and secondary school. Now, how would a judge look at this in a sane society? Because in 2023 presidential election that he contested, he claimed that he never attended primary and secondary school, that what he attended was a university. Now, this university certificate is being challenged that it was forged. And the lawyers are saying, forget about the forgery of the university degree. That what is important is that the man attended secondary school, which is a minimum requirement for anybody to become the president of Nigeria. It is very strange that they are making this argument. And that is why many people are wondering how the judiciary is going to be able to save Tinubu based on this kind of watertight allegation of inconsistency in educational qualification and the alleged forgery that they are challenging him for. So it is a very serious situation, and it remains to be seen how he can extricate himself from this quagmire. Now, another problem that he's going to face is the issue of his NYSC, National Youth Service Corps certificate. Like someone uh, jokingly asks, is there any need for any form of interpretation in this one? That's about the issue of his certificate, his NYSC certificate. Because here you have a man that presented NYSC certificate participation in 1999 and in 2003. In 1999, when he was contesting for governor of Lagos State, he presented that he participated in the NYSC program as a participant, that he participated. But in 2023, he is now presenting NYSC exemption certificate to the same INEC. Even small children, people are saying, should be able to decipher that there's something wrong with this. There must be a lie between the two. The two certificates cannot be correct. Either the one in 1999 that he served or the one in 2023 that he got an exemption certificate. Unfortunately for him, the time he claimed to have gotten that exemption certificate, the act establishing the NYSC had not yet approved that people can be exempted from the NYSC. So it is one of the quagmires that face Aswad Bola Ahmed Tinubu in his quest to retain his position as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, that is why it remains to be seen how the judiciary will have, where they will get the opportunity to be able to clear Tinubu of all this allegation and then be able to sustain his election as President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Because a lot of people are saying that with this evidence, that the judiciary will have nowhere to stand to clear this man of this particular certificate quagmires. And many are also asking, which judiciary in a sane society will clean up this mess and allow him to continue in office? The only thing we can say now is our judiciary, the buck stop on their table, the Supreme Court. Now, first of all, right now, the matter is at the Presidential Election Petition Court. But we know that it will eventually end up at the Supreme Court that will have the final say on this matter. How will the Supreme Court look at this matter? How will Tinubu be able to escape from the hammer that people are expecting that may fall on his election based on this forgery allegation that have been presented by the petitioners? It remains to be seen how he could be able to extricate himself from it. It remains to be seen how his government will be saved. But you know that this is Nigeria, and in Nigeria, anything is possible. But the international community are watching. The world is watching our justices to see how they will be able to maneuver their way out of this very important decision they have to take. Whether they could be able to, despite all this, whether they will be able to save Aswad Bola Ahmed Tinubu and allow him to continue to be president of Nigeria, despite all these glaring allegations of certificate forgery. But then, as the world waits on Nigeria judiciary to see what he will say, what else can we say? They said that we all are waiting to see the reason why he will be able to extricate himself from this quagmire, the reason that the justices will give First of all, at the appeal court, at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, and then at the Supreme Court. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you will be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.